Hey Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
And I'm Manny.
And we're the Fragrance Bros. Coming at you with another review, again with guest host Manny from Cascade Scents. How are you doing, Manny?
Doing very well. Thank you again for having me on, Daver.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for coming on. And today we are reviewing Allure Homme Edition Blanche by Chanel, the Eau de Parfum version. Alright, so let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2014. It's classified as an Oriental Woody. Notes are bergamot, lemon, sandalwood, woody notes, vetiver, and vanilla. Now, Manny, what do you get of longevity out of this?
Longevity out of this is really weird. Like, during the hotter months, I will actually get 7 to 8 hours on average, but I've tried to use this in the cold, and it doesn't cut it whatsoever. We're talking, like, maybe 4 to 5 tops.
Yeah, I mean, when I tried it, it was pretty warm, so it was in the average range. That's the only time I would wear this, would be in warmer weather anyway. What about projection?
If I was in the heat, it was alright. Arm's length total, like tops, and that's maybe in the first hour. Other than that, very skin scent territory.
Okay, I found on me it was a little bit more in the average range, so can't complain there. Season, this is great for spring, great for summer, and good for night or daytime. Really versatile in the warm weather, I think.
Definitely, I agree. It's kind of one of my jack-of-all-trades during the midsummer heat.
And purpose, I mean, it's everything. Work, formal, casual. It's even good on a date, I think.
Yeah, date is actually what I prefer.
Now, Manny, what does this remind you of?
This reminds me of the Eau de Toilette version, of course,
okay.
If I were to make that comparison to a fragrance. But it does remind me slightly of a lemon meringue pie that, people have mentioned in the past.
Okay.
Just because I primarily get, a creamy vanilla and the lemon, which is, for the most part, not just in the opening for me.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because the first person that I saw really hype this up was Hero. And a lot of times he reminds me of you, just the way you talk.
I'm flattered.
And I remember he talked about how it was like a lemon meringue pie. I don't really get that. I can kind of see where it's going there. I do remember when the Eau de Toilette was really hyped, and I tried it then, and I thought it was okay. And for some reason, the one thing that I took away from that experience was that it reminded me of a straw hat. So I can't tell you if, in my memory anyway, if these are alike. I don't have a sample of the original one. I've heard from a lot of people they smell almost identical. This does not smell like a straw hat to me, so my opinion must have changed. But I will say I really, really enjoy this fragrance. Chanel really nails a safe fragrance, but from a luxurious point of view. This is just one of those I think is really, really worth the praise. It's a wonderful adult, grown-up, fresh scent, and it's very easy to wear. It's very safe, and it's very likable, but it still has that wow factor that I really like.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with the wow factor. That's if I can get people to smell it off of me, because, again, the projection's not where I want it to be, but the DNA of this fragrance is super simple, yet has the wow factor. It's very interesting, because I can't think of any other specific fragrances other than the EDT that actually smells like it, and it's just... it's in its own league, essentially. As
far as smell-wise goes, I definitely get a lot of citrus on the top. Get a lot of lemon and bergamot. So definitely a lot of citrus is the most noticeable part. The citrus is really pop. The rest is kind of this really nice and weird kind of sourness. I say that, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because it actually works really well here. It really kind of beefs up the citrus, and I don't know, it just makes it interesting.
Yeah, I am with you there, because what I do get out of the woodiness, I actually get hints of the kind of bergamot sourness and the lemon sourness as far as what it would be like if it still lingered hours in, because it's not as fresh as it is in the opening. And I would imagine the sourness might come from the accord that it forms with some of the woods, which I think is really cool. Mm-hmm. Personally, I would have preferred more sandalwood out of this fragrance because that stuff does really well on my skin for whatever reason, and it would have helped with the longevity and the performance for me. But what I do get out of the base is primarily those woods, and that kind of effect that you mentioned I also get.
There's something about this that really reminds me of just a really nice house. Like if you're going into someone's house and it just has this really nice smell. Maybe that's just a personal memory that I got, but it really kind of evokes that type of memory, going into a very friendly person's house and it just has a really nice just house smell. So yeah. I get like just a really pleasant vibe that way.
It's like a new house smell and like what they're using to scent the house as far as, you know, cleanness, if that makes any sense. But
yeah. This is also really manly to me, and manly in kind of a modern way. I think this would be a good signature scent. I think this is a good dumb reach, as we like to call, you know, this would be just a great anytime scent in the warmer months.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Again, it's like one of my jack of all trades, and that's because it is fairly modern. I think it has a DNA that's fairly timeless. I think Chanel does that very well with some of the men's fragrances that they've released, and they haven't released many, and most of them have withstood the test of time. And I feel like this will in the end as well, because to date no one's attempted something like this, and even if they did, I don't think it's going to be as pleasant to the nose as this one.
What about compliments? Do you get many compliments with this?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I definitely get the compliments when people are able to smell me, typically in the first hour or two. If I do use this at work, and the scent cloud is just radiating off of where I've sprayed it, I'll get, you know, the odd "you smell nice" or "wow, what are you wearing" type compliments in the first 1 or 2 hours, but it's definitely one that I myself have to reapply. But when I don't, definitely up there for compliments.
Yeah, totally agree. My wife really likes it. She really likes how clean and fresh it is. But this is another one of those scents, like I said, that it just would really get attention. And I get a lot of compliments like that from the Allure Homme line. Almost all of them universally get attention and compliments and, you know, you smell really good. So this is no exception. This definitely gets attention.
Yeah, absolute crowd pleaser, this stuff, for sure.
Yeah. Bang for buck, this is about $80 for 100 mil. I think that is a good price for what you're getting. I don't know exactly what full retail is. It's not much higher than that. But $80 for what you're getting here, definitely worth it, I think.
Whatever retail is, just, you know, take my money for another bottle.
So final rating, what do you give this?
This is easily getting a 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, for me. Like, now I do have some qualms with the performance, of course, but when I think about how, like, I can see myself wear this, you know, 5-10 years from now, because you did say there's slightly a sophisticated, mature vibe to it, yet I still think it's timeless and right now modern, because nothing else smells like this, yet people are clamoring about it when I do get the feedback, and I actually do like the lemon meringue pie effect. I don't think I can give this anything less.
Yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. To me, it's not perfect, but it is really good. And I've said this before, but I think I wear more of my 4 out of 5s than I do my 5 out of 5s. Just because usually the ones that I like are more wearable. The ones that I love are for special occasions. This is something that I would wear a lot. Even though it's not necessarily perfect, it is something that I really enjoy. As you said, just a very modern, manly, clean scent that just smells wonderful, that you can use any time in the warm weather. Really good. So that's all we have. Have you tried Allure Homme Edition Blanche Eau de Parfum? Let us know down in the comments down below. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. We'll love you for it. And I'll have a link down below to Manny's channel, where you can go and check him out as well. Thank you again, Manny. Really appreciate having you on.
And I really appreciate it as well. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. We're the Fragrance Brothers. Bye. As far as smell-wise goes, from the top, I get A lot of coughs.